Okay. Hi, good evening. Okay, so tonight we're continuing on the Body Mind Project week of injury prevention and how to correct any imbalances that we have in the body. We've done the knee. We did knee rehab on yesterday's class, and today we're just going to do some on the hip. So if you have hip injuries or you have hip niggles at the moment, and this might be due to arthritis, or it could be that you've got tight iliotibial band down the side of your leg. It could be for that you may have had a hip bursa, things like that. So, you know, once the inflammation's gone down, it could be that you've had a hip replacement and you're recovering from that. And you just want to get it a bit stronger. So initially, if you've had hip replacement, then you may have physio exercises to do from your physiotherapist. But if you are struggling and you have no idea what to do, then I'm going to be doing some exercises today that can be helping you to strengthen and give flexibility. So overall hip rehabilitation on that for today. So also one of the things that might be useful for you to get for the future is one of these bands. These are called activation bands, and these are really good, effective ways of working your hips. And I'll show you how to use those in a little while. But we're going to start off and imagine that you are just starting back from recovery, or you are at this moment trying to stop some degenerative hip issue at the moment. So we're starting off with, I'd like you to get some support if you can. So you're going to maybe turn and use the wall for this, and you're going to do some side leg raises. So feet hip width apart, just touch with just enough space so on the wall with your hands. So you're going to side leg raise, you're going to lift it up and lower. So lift and lower, and this is encouraging strength work here. Now what I don't want you to do, if I turn this way so that you can see, I don't want you leaning into it. Would like you to stand straight and make that work, lifting and lower. And what we're going to do is just 8 repetitions, 8 side. So let's call that 4. There's 5. That's 6. Let's go. Let's 7. And one more, 8. Let's change and do the other side. So you can either use the wall, or if you get stronger, you can do it without anything, but only if you feel that you have a lot of hip stability there. Okay, so we're preventing falls as well when we're doing hip exercises. Maybe you don't have any issues with your hips at the moment, but you still need to be starting to do these, because 76,000 hip fractures occur in the UK every year, and that's of people who are over 65. Let's go one more. Okay, so you would be doing 3 rounds of this. I'm just going to do one with you today. So banded walks. So take this, if you have a band and you have the ability to put one on, then we'll use that. Let me show you if you haven't got a band and you haven't got the ability. So you're going to do feet shoulder width apart. Just slightly squat back. So you're bending at the knees a little bit. Now you're going to go side step, bring it together. Side step, bring it together. So you're moving laterally, yeah? Side step, bring it together. Go backwards, reset each time that leg underneath the hip. You're lifting it out and you're bringing it together. So you're not going out too far. It's a lift, that hip. So you've got to lift through your legs to go there. Lift, rather than side step out on this one. Lift. So you're not really going too big a distance away from the other one. Let's go back the other way. Lift, back, lift, back. So you can do another set of those. 3. Squatting all the while. You'll feel it here. And 1. Now, making that a little bit harder, we're going to set on our band. You can keep it at the bottom of your leg for this one. Sometimes I bring it up to the top. So you make it taut at the bottom of your leg. You sit back, you're going to go out, bring it together, out, bring it together. You got it? Out, bring it together. And that you will feel the resistance in those hips. Really, really good, effective exercise. So I love these activation bands for hip strengthening exercise. And we know that ladies postmenopausal, they are more likely susceptible to hip fractures, hip injuries due to osteoporosis, due to muscle wastage. So we need to be on top of the game with this exercise, with these exercises. So bring that up. Okay, taking that out, that off, we're going to go for a lateral squat. So pop that away so you don't trip over it. Lateral squat, you can bring your right leg out, your left leg out, sorry, you're mirroring me. Turn the toe of the right leg, left, right, left. So your left leg is out and your knees following that toe. Your right leg here and the direction pointing out in the opposite side. You're going to sit back and push up. Sit back without using the hands to rest down. Stick your bum out, lift and lower. Squeeze the bum, push back. 5, 6, we're going for 8 on each side. 8, change the other side. 8, 7, nice and smooth and slow. 5, in control of it all. 4, 3, 2. Now these are really, really quite easy exercises, not massively vigorous, not massively energetic. So as a rehab program, you can really just have a go at these and you know, to prevent any falls in the future. Simple program. You can sit back in your squat. You can use here to support yourself. Come a little bit and sit back and squeeze your bum up again. Lift, squeeze your glutes. In, squeeze. 4. If you can let go, let go. If you feel that's strong enough there, and you're letting go. Now, what I want you to think about while you're doing this is that you've got both feet flat on, not rotating out with the foot. You're not rotating out that way, and you're not pigeon, what we call pigeon kneeing in. So you've got your there. So when you're squatting down, if you look down, your knees are behind your toes and everything's facing forward, and the whole of the base of your foot, the knuckles there, are flat on the floor. Good. Okay, next one. We're going to go on to knee raise. Again, use yourself for support if you want. If you don't need to, great. Let's go. Lift, your knee lifting. 2. Let's hold there. 3. Got it? 4, because I want you to pause at the top. Pause. 5, and reset down underneath that leg. Underneath that hip. Let's lift and lower. 3. 2 more. Again, without too much leaning onto the supportive leg. Obviously, it's taking the weight, but I don't want you to really shift the body too much on that. Let's go the other side. Lift. Use the support if you want of a wall or a chair in front of you. 3. Down. 4. Balance. And of course, balance here is really important to prevent hip fractures. 7 and 8. Good. We're going onto the floor now. So coming down again, your band, your activation band is really good for you in this. Let me show you one without it and then one with it. So you're going to imagine you're sat on a chair upright here and you fell off. So your legs are at that position where your knees are out. You're coming down and you're going to keep your heels together and you're lifting up, pulling it up through the abdominals and lower. Lift and lower. And you can feel it working on your glutes, your hips, the outer hips. Lift and lower. Go with that one. We're going for 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Reset that down. Let's come all the way to the other side. Let's go. And around. Again, same position as if you fell off the chair. Come down. We're going to lift heels together. 1 and lower. 2 and lower. 3, 4. You've got it. We're going for 8s on everything. 6, 7. 1 more. 8. Great. Use the band. Let me show you how you do that with the band. You can keep it on the lower leg again if you want, or further up. So on the lower leg here, you're going to try that there as if you fell off. Now pull and lower. Lift, heels together, open. You will feel the resistance. 4, 5. That's really, really strong. 6. We're going 7. And 1 more. 8. Or you can do it higher, further up, whichever feels better for you. I actually do, I think, like it higher here. Pull in, lift, and lower. Lift. 2. Can you feel that? 3. So you've whizzed around the other side now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's show you. Let's do it. Pull it down to the bottom. Let's do those 2 rounds on the other side. Fall off the chair. Don't really though, will you? And there you go. You're going to pull that up. You're going to resist. 1, 2, 3. Can you feel it in your glute? 4, 5. Because it's all about prevention. It's all about prevention now, yeah? We all don't want to be going and having any falls. So everything that we do, we can exercise for prevention of injuries, illnesses, everything that we do. Right, you got them together again. You've got the band a little bit higher. We're going for 8. 8, 7. You can also feel it in your core here. So really pull it. And actually, it's very important to do hip complex exercises to prevent incontinence too. So there's another motivator. 2 and 1. Okay, we're going to release. Now we are working a little bit on what we call butterfly. It's a butterfly. And we can lie down for this one. So bring your feet, the heels of your feet together. Right, you can do it in 2 ways. We can do it sitting, so place the hands behind and bring them together and open. Bring them together and open. And the butterfly effect. Lift and lower with those. Keeping them quite pulled in towards you. 4 more. Really feel it on the inner thigh. So you're working on the adductor as opposed to the abductor so much here on that. So you're stretching the inner thigh, strengthening the abductor. So we can lie down with that curl down, keep the heels together. And this is a nice stretch. So you just lie here and allow the legs to fall open and hold that stretch there. Lovely, lovely stretch. Just breathe. And when you're holding the stretches, you're holding them for about 12 to 18 seconds and just allowing everything to relax into that position. Breathe. Breathe in, breathe out, and put your mind into how it feels in the legs and just let them go. Let them go. For hip health. Okay. Now you might want to just gently bring them back in because it's quite intense hip in a thigh stretch, hip stretch. Now we're going to stretch from the other way. So you're going to do bringing the left over the right with the just below the knee of the right leg. You're going to flex that foot and gently press away with the left hand, the left thigh, not the knee joint. Never press on the knee joint. And if you just lift up your head, you can see a square window there that you made when you look at that shape. So just gently press. Now, what you're wanting to do, possibly this, is you're slightly going to twist the spine. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to be lifting the right hip off the floor. You want with your buttock off the floor. You want to keep it down. So don't allow that to come with that stretch. You can feel you're opening that left hip. You want to keep that right buttock on the floor. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Feel that lovely stretch. And then release and let go and change to the other side. So flex that foot there. Place the hand on the thigh. Gently open and hold. Apply moderate pressure to that right hip, that right thigh. And you can feel that hip just gently stretching. Lovely, lovely stretch. Hold that there. Breathe through it. Breathe in, breathe out, relax. So these, some of these, you don't have to do them all in one go. You could break them down to do some, as you wake in the morning, or, some you can do it while you're making a cup of tea. A lot of these, you can stand by your breakfast bar, your counter, and do the side leg raises, your squats, your knee raises, all of those. So work them into your day. And if you did these around 2 to 3 times a day, this would be really good for prevention of falls. So we're going to finish off now with King Pigeon pose. So King Pigeon, if I show you this direction, you've got your legs here bent, yeah? And you're going to drop them both over towards, say, the right, because you're mirroring me, and then separate them there. Pull it in, sit tall, and you're going to stretch there. Now, you're going to turn towards the front knee and lie down. Now, that can be enough of a stretch for some people. You'll stretch, you'll feel it on the front leg when you're doing this. But if you want to take the back leg back and then bring the body weight over, you will really feel a much deeper stretch there. So holding it that position, either position 1 that I showed you just a second ago, or this position 2. So this is also a yoga stretch. So hold and breathe there. Breathe and let go. Sink into that stretch. Attach that breath, and then everything starts to relax a little bit more. And breathe. It's a lovely, lovely stretch. You can feel it. It's also really good for the lower back too. Let's push back to the center. Bring it back to the center with the legs. Yeah. Then you're going to drop the legs over and split 1 and 1. Now, if you've got a really tight hip, it's going to try and push you away from it. This hip of mine on this side is really tight, and that wants to push me that way. So I'm going to place my hand down. I'm going to push back in towards it. I'm going to hold that there, which is keeping my body nice and upright, like the other side was quite easily. Now, you might have one that wants to do that too. So resist it, push back into it, okay? Because often any injuries occur on impact. They won't occur when you're just gently leaning into things. That's when you can stretch them and you can get the benefit out of them. So don't be afraid of finding mild discomfort when you're doing these type of exercises, as long as you're doing them slowly and consciously, yeah? And then turn into that. If you want to extend that stretch further, bring it down and just hold it there and breathe. So position one, probably if you've also got a little bit of knee pain, because often when we have hip niggles, it differs into the knee area. So we want to just be aware of that, and maybe position one is a better position for you, because then you're not over the knee. But if you're free of knee pain, go ahead and go for it. Breathe and let go, and enjoy that lovely, lovely subtle stretch that's being pulled, all those lovely ligaments being pulled nice and gently. Breathe. Remember to breathe and let go, and consciously relax all the other areas in the body while you're doing that one. And then sit to the side, bring yourself back up into butterfly if you want. Draw in and just gently press with your elbows down and rise up with your chest to give that last little stretch there. And then we are done. So that's all really doable, isn't it? It's not, you know, really exertive. It's not going to put anything under any danger of injury on any of those that you're doing. If you've got little niggles, they are going to be perfect for you on the hip area, and even some knees on that. So just slowly bring yourself up in your own time if you have got some niggles, and they're just a few that you can do. So I'd love to hear how you get on. Drop into the comments if you're going to have a go at those, or direct message me. And there's more on the Body Mind Project every single day of educational videos like this. So join us. Have a great day.